Hello and welcome back to Survival Health as I am breaking my 20-day fast on the Master Cleanser fast. So this is the second day of breaking of it. So I'm still drinking the juice, the mixture of the maple syrup, the cayenne pepper, the lemon juice, and the filtered water. But I am also eating oranges, banana, being the second day. I'm giving my stomach a little more something to work on. And I tried something new this time. I also ate an apple, chewed it up really good, and got some yogurt. So but basically anything that's going to be really easy to digest like that on that second day of breaking the fast. And by tomorrow, I'll continue that same regimen. And by tomorrow night, I'll be able to have the minestrone soup that I've been saving. So all in all, it's been a very good fast. I was able to mark off a number of items on my list of things that I would like to see get better in my body. And that happens every time I do the fast. I may not mark all of them off, but I will mark most of them off. And interesting, over the years, the list has gotten shorter. So that can attest to what this fast can actually do for you. So tonight I'm having peppermint tea again. I don't need the laxative tea anymore. So we're going to read the final page in the Master Cleanser book by Stanley Burroughs. And this is an article from March 24th, 1991, out of the Sacramento Bee in California. So the headline reads, 73,000 elderly die yearly from drug error reaction, study says. Each year in this country, 73,000 elderly die from adverse drug reactions or medical errors. In California, medication problems send an estimated 180,000 people to the hospital each year. And that health care costs the state more than $500 million, said Betty Yee of the State Senate Office of Research. Every year, more seniors die of medication, not of the disease, but adverse medication reaction, than all the people who died in Vietnam, said Kathy Borgen of the Chemical Dependency Center for Women in Sacramento. Because the elderly take an estimated 30% of all prescribed drugs and 70% of all over-the-counter medications, they experience more problems with their usage according to experts in elderly health care. Often suffering from multiple health problems, an older person may be taking several medications prescribed by more than one doctor and may not be aware of how they conflict, said Morgan, who works with the Senior Medication Education Program. Medications often have a stronger effect on an elderly person than on a younger patient, and the prescribing doctor may not be aware of that difference, she said. For example, some medications may linger in the body longer because the liver functions as an elderly person cannot work as quickly to process out the drugs, said Morgan, who speaks to senior citizens groups on drug usage. The mixture of the over-counter drugs can contribute to problems with a prescription. And increasingly, older people are sharing pills, using outdated drugs, or substituting medications because prescriptions are so expensive. Modern medicine makes it possible for the elderly to live richer lives than we ever imagined. But when medicines don't match what they need, then it becomes a menace, said Betty Brill, acting chairwoman of the Sacramento chapter of the California Medication Education Coalition. Brill urges all patients to ask doctors to explain potential side effects or other warnings. Family members who notice a change in behavior or other possible effects of medication problems should consult a doctor. Gardis Munt, a member of Families of Overmedicated Elderly, which is educating people about medication uses, said her mother was nearly fitted for a hearing aid until she discovered that her hearing loss was only a temporary side effect of her medication. Her mother was waiting for Munt to pick her up for her doctor's appointment when she read the fine print on the medication sample bottle given to her by her doctor. The sample bottle specified potential hearing loss as a side effect. She quit taking the medication and she didn't need the hearing aid, said Munt. She said her mother's doctor hadn't cautioned her on the side effects. The California Pharmacists Association is sponsoring a brown bag program for member pharmacists to screen an elderly person's prescriptions for problems such as dangerous drug interactions or outdated medications. Elderly people are urged to throw all the drugs from their medicine cabinet into a brown paper bag and have them examined by a pharmacist and participating in various screening programs being held at different times. The use of the sedatives and mind-altering medications by elderly people in their own homes also is a growing problem. Morgan said senior citizens in this country also take 40% of all prescribed antipsychotic or tranquilizing medications such as Valium, Haldon, and Mellaril. Morgan said such medications often help a person survive the loss of a spouse or friends, but that they must be used with caution. That generation has that magic pill formula. They're ready to take medications, too eager to take them, said Morgan. Part of the problem is that they're kind of innocent in some ways. They're being poisoned. Interesting. So this article is from, 30 years ago. And you can expect these numbers are quite a bit higher now, I'm sure. But it just goes to show if you take care of your body, hopefully starting when you're a younger person, and eating right and exercising, you don't necessarily have to get on all these medications as you get into, say, your 50s. I did an interview with a gentleman once. He was in his 70s, an old veteran who didn't take any medications. Totally fit. He was working with what he called the old folks, they were 80s and 90s, teaching them how to do exercises in their chair. And he said, that's the problem. They're not moving. They're on medications. And this guy had more energy, like a teenager, didn't wear glasses, could still do more push-ups than even younger people, and no medications. And he lived a good, clean life and took care of himself and ate right. You get out of your body what you put into it. So that's the beauty of this fasting. If you start when you're younger, and do it, yearly or every couple years or when you feel it's necessary, to give your body a break, to clean out those toxins. It's when those toxins stay in your body year after year, it's no wonder, we have so much cancer going on, colon cancer and liver cancer and all kinds of different cancers, which are just our own cells that are growing in a rogue way. That is the definition, according to the American Cancer Society. So there's a lot to be said for cleaning your body out. And the beauty of the fast, too, is you're cleaning your mind out, your spirit as well, because it's like a universe in itself. As I'm leaving that universe of fasting, there's almost a bit of sadness in a way, because you're in this bubble of fasting, just doing the routine and drinking the liquid, and you're not going anywhere and going to restaurants or eating or making meals. So it's a very different existence. And then when you start to come back out of it, now you're entering the world that everybody else is living in. So it gives you a lot of time to have some perspective and introspect on things in your life, which is not a bad thing at all. So I hope you have enjoyed this series. I'll do one more tomorrow, because tomorrow I will be eating my first real meal. So I'll give you a little update on that. We're done with the book, so I'll probably just kind of go over some thoughts about, what I've learned doing the fast, little introspective insights. But if you'd like to know more, you can go to tuckersurvival.com, and there you'll find all the back episodes of Survival Health, and also some of our other shows, such as News from the Bunker and Thoughts from the Bunker. We have blogs, podcasts, and this show is also put in a podcast form, so if you'd rather listen to it, you can download that and listen to it. And again, that's tuckersurvival.com. So you go out there and have a good one. I'm going to finish my tea and have some yogurt. So we will catch you next time on Survival Health. You have a good one. Survival Health is brought to you by Tucker Survival.
and produced by MBJ Media Services.